Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Dalhousie University's Spring Convocation. My name is Terry Balser. I'm Dalhousie's provost and will be your Master of Ceremonies today. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that Dalhousie University is located in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, and pay my respects to the elders. Wilalia. And please be seated. There are two times on university campuses that are of particular significance. The first is at the start of each year when we welcome our new students to campus. And the second is at the end when we come together, as we are today, to celebrate the completion of your programs. For many, this day comes with a range of emotions: sadness at leaving behind a community and a place, or perhaps eagerness to move on from this place, possibly fear for those who aren't sure what's next, and certainly gratitude for all those who supported you along the way. But above all, I hope you feel pride. You have done what many people only dream of, and you should be proud of the accomplishment. But whatever the emotion, Convocation marks the end of years of hard work, a turning point, and an opportunity for a new chapter, and that is definitely something to celebrate. So feel free to make lots of noise and take lots of pictures, and family and friends, you're welcome to move around the auditorium for photographs, but please be careful not to block those behind you. In particular, this area gets a bit crowded as the graduates come across the stage, so we want you to be able to take pictures of them, but please be mindful of the people around you who are also trying to take pictures, and be good to one another. And please do share your best pictures with us on Twitter at #DalGrad. And as always, Convocation is being webcast, so you can have the pleasure of watching it as many times as you like. Now, I'd like to take a moment to introduce those individuals who will participate during the ceremony, as well as a few other members of the platform party. So when I call your names, please remain standing as you're able. The Honorable Anne McClellan, our Chancellor. Elder Jerry Musquoa-LeBlanc from the Nakawé Nation. We're pleased to have Elder Musquoa-LeBlanc here today to present medicine pouches to our Indigenous graduates. Peter Mackinnon, Interim President and Vice-Chancellor. Peter Fardy, Vice President, Advancement. Dr. Alice Aiken, Vice President, Research and Innovation. Dr. Kevin Hewitt, Chair of Senate. Dr. Chris Moore, Dean, Faculty of Science. Dr. Marty Leonard, Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies. Dr. Ron Stewart received an honorary degree from Dal in spring of 2017 and is a professor emeritus with the Faculty of Medicine. Donna Bourne-Tyson, University Librarian. Dr. Ivan Joseph, University Beadle and Vice Provost Student Affairs. And Sandra Irving, honorary degree recipient. Also on the platform today and in the audience are others who have contributed to and been committed to your success all the way along. These include not only your dean and associate deans, but also numerous faculty members, staff, and administrators. They've taught you, they've fought for you, perhaps even fought with you, but above all, they believed in you. They are absolutely essential to everything that we do, and I would like to ask them all to stand so that we can acknowledge them, and please, marshals as well. And last, we'd also thank all family, friends, and supporters who joined us today to celebrate our graduating students. It's now my pleasure to ask Interim President and Vice-Chancellor of Dalhousie University, Peter Mackinnon, to give the opening remarks.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Chancellor McClellan, members of the academic procession, parents, family, guests, and particularly our graduates. Before I begin my formal remarks, I want to take a moment to acknowledge a unique feature of this convocation season. In the past, a university mace was placed at center stage to signal the start of each ceremony. While the mace served Dalhousie well over the years, in 2016, the university established a mace revisioning committee to craft an object that better reflects contemporary Dalhousie, the diversity of the community and its values, while still paying tribute to the university's history and heritage. Earlier this month, at our first convocation ceremony at the agricultural campus in Truro, we unveiled Dalhousie's New Dawn staff of place and belonging. The staff was created by award-winning Mi'kmaq artist Alan Syllaboy and collaborator Mark Austin. They worked with artists and craftspeople from diverse communities across Nova Scotia to bring it to life. With the New Dawn staff, we journey proudly into our third century, informed by the past and inspired for the future. Thank you to the artists and collaborators for their work on this important project. So, Convocation's a wonderful time of year for students, for those who have supported their studies, and for those of us who work at Dalhousie. Seeing grads cross the stage and posing for photos with family and friends on our beautiful campus is a source of immense pride and joy. If you'll permit me a moment of reflection, I cannot help but think of my own graduation from Dalhousie when I received my Bachelor of Arts degree 50 years ago in the spring of 1969. As I reflect on my half-century of life since then, the most prominent theme relates to the changes I have witnessed at Dalhousie, in Halifax, in Canada, and in the world. Nothing endures but change, wrote the Greek philosopher Heraclitus more than 2,000 years ago. And while he was speaking of the cosmos, his words apply to earthly life as well. I cite as one example from my own experience my arrival 50 years ago at Queen's University to begin my legal education. There was a new offering in the curriculum, a first at Queen's or at any Canadian law school. The new course was called Computers and the Law, and it was taught by a professor, Hugh Lawford. The course was quickly the object of sarcasm, even derision, on the part of our class. What serious law student would take computers and the law? Must be some kind of flaky bird course in which you didn't have to do any work, and it would be easy to acquire an A. Serious law students take real estate transactions, commercial law, wills and estate planning, taxation, not some peripheral, impractical, and quaint offering called Computers and the Law. Well, looking back now, 50 years later, Professor Lawford and his new class in Computers and the Law foretold a revolution in law, in legal practice, in law libraries, legal research, and legal services. The late Professor Lawford is remembered as a pioneer who saw change coming, who understood its emerging shape, and who stepped out from the crowd to lead it. Nothing endures but change. And that brings us back to the full meaning of today. What change will we face? What shall be the political, technological, environmental, employment, and personal changes that you will encounter? How adaptable to change will you be? Will you lead it? Will you watch it? Will you resist it? The single greatest preparation for adaptation and leadership is advanced education, and that is the real meaning of today. Your families and friends, your professors, instructors, and all who contribute in any way to Dalhousie University celebrate and salute your success. I am fortunate enough to be among them and to join you in this well-earned celebration. Warmest congratulations and very best wishes, always.
I now invite our graduates to please rise. Madam Chancellor, as Chair of the Senate of Dalhousie University, I ask you to confer degrees on those candidates whose names have been approved by Senate.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me and in Dalhousie University, I admit to their respective degrees and diplomas with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto, those candidates who have fulfilled the requirements of that degree and whose names have been approved by Senate. Admito vos ad gradum. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated.
I now call upon Dr. Chris Moore, Dean of Science, to present the candidates who are here today receiving diplomas and degrees, followed by Dr. Marty Leonard, Dean of Graduate Studies, to present the candidates who are here today receiving higher degrees.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in a science subject. Mackenzie Sarah Elizabeth Belfour, double major in psychology and French. Hilary Hannah Berrigan, major in psychology. Geneva Carmichael, major in psychology. Marielle Charlemagne, major in psychology. Kira Farrelly, first class honors in psychology. Caitlin Fenton, major in psychology. Alexis Breschett Ferguson, major in psychology. Robin Nicole Follett, double major in psychology and creative writing with distinction. Ben Hazen McKay Fowler, major in psychology. Abigail Elizabeth Howard Goss, first class honors in psychology. Matthew Albert Gerard Jessam, major in psychology. Maya Mandel, major in psychology. Justin Logan Miller, major in psychology. Paige Kathleen Rolston, major in psychology. Sonia Shahinasi, double major in psychology and sociology and social anthropology. Heather Ray Warren, major in psychology with distinction. Zachary Thomas Wills, major in psychology. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the Bachelor of Arts in a science subject. And now, Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Farah Hassan Abdalbari, first class honors in microbiology and immunology. Grace Adegunju, honors in neuroscience. Fatima Arari, major in psychology. Hisham Bilal Ajami, honors in microbiology and immunology. Charlene Alana Alafi. Nafisa Amira Ali, major in neuroscience with distinction. Amita Amiri, first class honors in psychology. Mary Breyer Archibald, first class honors in neuroscience. Aisa Amin Azam, double major in microbiology and immunology and biochemistry and molecular biology. Leslie Nicole Basden, major in neuroscience. Ainsley Dawn Bethune, major in microbiology and immunology. Ali Hussein Beydoun, major in biochemistry and molecular biology with distinction. Vibhu Bhagava, major in neuroscience. Bashir Nizam Betar, major in microbiology and immunology. Holly Elizabeth Bolton, double major in biochemistry and molecular biology and microbiology and immunology. Candela Elizabeth Bosco Suarez, with honors in neuroscience, first-class honors. Marie Catherine Boyd, major in microbiology and immunology. Jocelyn Lindsay Kathleen Brown, first-class honors in psychology. Shauna Megan Bowman, double major in neuroscience and Spanish with distinction. Olivia Kaposi Davis, first-class honors in psychology. Xingjian Shang, honors in both biochemistry and molecular biology and microbiology and immunology. Justin Davis Colborn, major in neuroscience. Lindsay Morgan Collin, with honors in neuroscience. Mackenzie Dawn Cook, first-class honors in neuroscience. Natalie Alexandra Costi, major in neuroscience. Emily Cote, first-class honors in psychology and the University Medal in Psychology. Madeline Gale Cote Mullinger, major in psychology. Adana Crab, major in neuroscience. Ross Alexander Crichton, double major in biochemistry and molecular biology and marine biology. Gillian Maria D'Entremont, major in psychology. Bishal Dasgupta, major in microbiology and immunology. Nicholas John Dorr, major in microbiology and immunology with distinction. Morgan Isabel Mary DeMel, major in neuroscience. Corinne Elise Desjardins, major in microbiology and immunology with distinction. Shauna Kira Dexter, honors, first-class honors in both biochemistry and molecular biology and neuroscience, and the University Medal in biochemistry and molecular biology. Nathan Thomas Sturkson, double major in neuroscience and biochemistry and molecular biology with distinction. Kira Michelle Durnin with honors in biochemistry and molecular biology in the co-op program. Skylar Maria Durst, Bachelor of Science. Aya Elamrani, major in psychology. Robin Emery, major in psychology. Carolyn Siobhan McConnell Farrow, major in psychology. Madeline Emily Claire Forley, first-class honors in neuroscience. Taylor Nicole Fitzpatrick, major in psychology. Charlie George Galley, major in microbiology and immunology. Tanisha Lynn Magus Gerling, major in psychology with distinction. Talia Sophie Garvok de Montbrun, with honors in neuroscience and first-class honors. Michelle Miriam George, honors in microbiology and immunology. Patricio Gil Duboc, major in psychology. Anastasia Gvozdeva, first-class honors in psychology. Agnes Hardadodder, with honors in psychology and first-class honors. Harrison Hua, major in psychology. Brett Erin Henderson, double major in biochemistry, molecular biology, and microbiology and immunology. Amy Hollinger, major in psychology. Ryan Andrew Holachuk, major in microbiology and immunology. David Brett Hopkins, first class honors in psychology. Carissa Lacey Horn, major in psychology. Marwan Ibrahim, first class honors in neuroscience. Kiana Kamali, first class honors in psychology. Manasi Aithal Kakada, first class honors in psychology. Thalia Katsadimas, honors in microbiology and immunology in the co-op program. Jessica Lynn Kempton, major in psychology. Haley Jean Kenny, major in neuroscience. David Kyle Alexander Kerr with honors in neuroscience. Michael Alexander Klass, major in psychology. Danica Ariel Knight, honors in microbiology and immunology. Abigail June Kornachuk, double major in psychology and Spanish with distinction. Jonathan Douglas Krupski, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Julia Kyle, major in psychology with distinction. Caitlin Lamont, major in neuroscience. Danielle Sibel Lapierre, double major in psychology and sociology and social anthropology with distinction. Jungwoo Lee, with first-class honors in neuroscience. Holly Antonia Spencer Lewin LaFrance, double major in biochemistry and molecular biology and microbiology and immunology. Beverly Lewin, major in neuroscience. Christopher Robert Leafsky, first-class honors in microbiology and immunology, and the University Medal in microbiology and immunology. Haley Shanice Loyick, major in neuroscience. Kyle Brandon Lynch, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Chloe Ma, honors, first-class honors in biochemistry and molecular biology in the co-op program. Colin Spencer McKay, first-class honors in neuroscience. Caitlin Margaret McNeil, first-class honors in both microbiology and immunology and neuroscience. Haba Maklouf, major in neuroscience. Remington Ann Manchester, major in neuroscience with distinction. Michael Brian William McAndrew, major in psychology. Kaylee Pearl McDonald, major in neuroscience. Megan Kristen Ma, major in psychology with distinction. Amanda Eve Medjuk, major in neuroscience with distinction. Charlene Redda Mikhail, major in psychology. Nicole Michelle Michaud, first-class honors in neuroscience. Dolly Kishore Mipuri with a minor in biochemistry. Colby Mooney, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Shupe Mohongo, major in psychology. Mitchell Allen Mulhall, major in biochemistry and molecular biology with distinction. Rory Patrick Malloy, first class honors in microbiology and immunology. Alexandra Celeste Reese Murphy, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Clayton Barry Murphy, major in psychology. Anu Srinath, major in microbiology and immunology. Timothy Ing, double major in biochemistry, molecular biology, and microbiology and immunology. Hong Din Nguyen with honors in microbiology and immunology in the co-op program and first class honors. Adana Natalie Njoku, major in neuroscience with distinction. Haneen Nouri, major in neuroscience with distinction. Aldo Mitchell Orsi, major in psychology. Samantha Kier Paulin, major in psychology. Alicia Emily Ann Pelly, first class honors in neuroscience and the University Medal in Neuroscience. Nicole Christine Pickett, first class honors in neuroscience. Tasha Alin Piekarski, major in psychology. Lindsay Nicole Power, first class honors in neuroscience. Sarah Marie Preston Thomas, major in neuroscience. Aaron Floyd Prosper, major in neuroscience.
Every now and then I make a random intervention. This amazing young man, Aaron Prosper, was president of the Dalhousie Students' Union for the past year. He comes from the Asconi First Nation in Cape Breton Island. Aaron, I have had the opportunity to work with Aaron. I am a former politician. I have got to say, I think you've got a great future in politics, an amazing student leader, and over and above that, an amazing musician. So congratulations today. All the best from the entire Dalhousie community. Yes. Thank God the glass to you.
Michaela Kathleen Purdon, first class honors in psychology. Fariha Qureshi, major in psychology. Mushfiqur Rahman, major in biochemistry and molecular biology. Aaron Raymond, major in psychology. Isabella Lynn Rossi, major in psychology. Sunil Ruparelia, major in microbiology and immunology with distinction. Mark Sylvester Saldana, major in neuroscience. Sarah Wanamutu, first class honors in neuroscience. Sarah Leah Schwartz, first class honors in microbiology and immunology. Leah Ruth Shields, major in psychology with distinction. Hassan Khaled Sinan, double major in psychology and Spanish. Olivia Grace Sobey, major in neuroscience. Marjorie Louise Solos with honors in neuroscience. Hyong Son, major in psychology. William John Stordy, major in psychology.
This wonderful young man's father is the chair of the Board of Governors at Dalhousie, Larry Stordy, who has served this university well during his time as board chair. But I'm wondering, where's your dad? Yeah, that's it. Actually, we do know where his dad is. His dad is cycling in Italy, Croatia, but your dad told me to give you a hard time. And I think you've got some friends down here, some relatives. But it's a pleasure. Congratulations.
Sean Suk, major in microbiology and immunology. Paula Dominica Torres Munoz, honors in neuroscience. Aislinn Mackenzie Trussler, double major in biochemistry and molecular biology and microbiology and immunology. Samantha Sarah C., major in neuroscience. Emma Margaret Beatrice Turner, major in psychology. Jenica Vino, honors in neuroscience. Kathleen Louise Vergunst, honors in both biochemistry and molecular biology and microbiology and immunology in the co-op program with first-class honors. Antoinette Raquel Webb, major in neuroscience. Alida Marie Whidden, double major in neuroscience and English. Erin Grace Wynot with honors in microbiology and immunology. Sarah Catherine Williams, major in psychology. Alexa Nadine Wilson with honors in microbiology and immunology. Deanna Megan Wilson, major in psychology. Tess Lennox Wilson, double major in psychology and biology. Hannah Alice Wood, major in psychology. Jennifer Wu, major in microbiology and immunology in the co-op program. Zain ul Abedin Zaidi, major in microbiology and immunology. Lisette Alexandra Zamora Bojorquez, with a special thank you to Lisette Ann Tyler. Patricia. Oh, that Patricia. You should have said that, Patricia. Haley Marie Zwicker, first class honors in neuroscience. Jacob Scott Hamilton, Bachelor of Science, major in neuroscience. Jacob's mother, Lynn Hamilton, will be proudly accepting Jacob's parchment today, as Jacob sadly passed away this past fall. Jacob was a focused student of science, a passionate researcher, a student leader, employee, and advocate. He was really one of Dalhousie's true champions of change. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the Bachelor of Science.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates who fulfill the requirements for the Master of Science. Lucas Allen Jarkey, Master of Science, Microbiology and Immunology. Calum Austin Kenward, Master of Science, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Grant Donald Charles McNeil, Master of Science, Microbiology and Immunology. Dylan William Miller, Master of Science, Psychology and Neuroscience. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of those candidates who are here today to receive the Master of Science degree. Madam Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is the highest earned degree awarded by the university, and as such it represents the culmination of the candidate's educational achievement. I'm pleased to present to you the following candidates who, through thesis and examination, have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Further, Madam Chancellor, the awarding of the PhD degree completes a long cooperation between the student and their thesis advisor. We are pleased in this ceremony also to recognize the supervisor of the doctoral candidate, and we ask the supervisor to stand and present the parchment to the graduate following hooding. And once all of that happens, we invite you to join us on the stage. Benjamin Paul Johnston, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, supervised by Dr. Craig McCormick. Sergio Menez Gomez, Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, supervised by Dr. Claudio Sumovitz and Andrew Roger. Logan John Nealis, Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology, supervised by Dr. Simon Sherry, and he'll receive his parchment from Dr. Tara Perot. Eric Stanley Pringle, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, supervised by Dr. Craig McCormick. Stephanie Louise Snow, Doctor of Philosophy and Psychology, supervised by Dr. Jill Chorney and Dr. Isabel Smith. Madam Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates who are here today to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Please join me once again in congratulating all of the graduates with your applause. Now, I would also like to call attention to the families and friends of our graduates. We know that Convocation is an important occasion for you as well, and I'm sure that all of us here recognize the importance of your love and support along the way. So we would like to express our gratitude to you for the role that you have played. I ask the graduates and the onstage party to rise as you're able. Graduates, your family and friends have been applauding you all afternoon. Now it's your turn to honor them with your cheers and applause. Let them hear your gratitude. You may be seated.
Conferring an honorary doctoral degree is the highest honor a university bestows. I now call upon Dr. Kevin Hewitt, Chair of Senate, to present the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
It is now my great pleasure to describe some of the outstanding accomplishments of our honorary degree recipient, Sandra Irving. Sandra Irving is a woman of many passions, a champion of the transformative value of education, a leader in funding health research and care, and a powerful advocate for the outstanding contributions of Canadian academics. Her philanthropic and humanitarian interests are focused on affording individuals opportunities they would not otherwise have to study, to contribute, to succeed, and to thrive. In his letter of support for Sandra's nomination, former president of Acadia University, Ray Ivany, describes her as a person of both vision and action. Quote, a builder in the true sense of the term. Sandra makes everything she touches better, unquote. Sandra Irving was born in St. John, New Brunswick. She attended Acadia University and holds a Bachelor of Arts with distinction from the University of New Brunswick and a Master of Arts in Political Science from the University of Toronto. She's married to Arthur Irving, chairman of Irving Oil, and is the very proud mother of daughter Sarah Irving. Together, they call St. John home. Sandra's personal commitment to higher education is reflected in her heartfelt desire to help students realize their dreams, not only in providing financial support in scholarships and fellowships, but also in encouragement, in keeping in touch with every student scholar. She knows by name and meets often with undergraduate students at UNB, St. John, Acadia, Dalhousie, St. Thomas, and Dartmouth. In order to support Atlantic Canadian graduate students at the University of Toronto, Arthur and Sandra Irving created the C. David Naylor Fellowships. One such recipient is Dalhousie student Katie Huang. Cancer research and care are also dear to Sandra Irving's heart. As a cancer survivor herself, she and her husband, together with their daughter Sarah, established the David P. Ryan, MD, Endowed Chair in Cancer Research, and the Arthur, Sandra, and Sarah Irving Fund in Gastrointestinal Immuno-Oncology. They also founded the Hutter Family Professorship in Medicine to support research and programs to support people with heart disease. Recently, they endowed an international symposium in immunotherapy to bring together the best researchers worldwide in the field, who will first meet in the summer of 2020. These initiatives are based at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, but their impact is worldwide. What this research means to cancer patients is immeasurable. Sandra was made an honorary fellow of the Royal Society of Canada in 2011. As chair of the Society's President's Advisory Council from 2006 to 2012, she promoted greater recognition of Canadian academics, especially the country's best professors and researchers, developed strategies for engaging youth and First Nations, and nurtured relationships between scholars and Atlantic Canadian universities. Sandra and Arthur Irving's generous donation led to the establishment of the Atlantic Chapter of the Royal Society in 2008. A lover of dogs, Sandra and her family have contributed to the welcome and reception area and to healthcare at the Atlantic Vet College of UPEI. She has received honorary degrees from St. Thomas, Acadia, St. Mary's, and UNB, is a member of the Order of Canada, and has received Queen Elizabeth II Golden and Diamond Jubilee medals. In 2014, the Rotary Club of St. John awarded her the Paul Harris Fellowship for exemplifying the Rotary motto of, quote, service above self, unquote. Therefore, in recognition of her vision, generosity, and volunteerism, and for seeing philanthropy as not simply an investment in a fund or institution, but in people, I ask you, Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, to bestow upon Sandra Irving the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do have a few formal words to make this all official. Sandra Irving, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in Dalhousie University, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, Dr. Irving.
Thank you. To the graduating class of 2019, congratulations. It was wonderful to be up on the stage, to be that close to your smiles and your tears. To my husband Arthur and daughter Sarah, who are here today. Arthur, thank you for working hard your whole life to make our gifts to others possible. And to Sarah, for working hard on the business, yet always having time to help me in so many ways. And I'm so happy to be surrounded by my friends in the front row today. I feel so much love and support. So thank you, and thank you for your kind words as well. Thank you to President Peter Mackinnon, the Senate, and Dalhousie community for this very special honor. When President Mackinnon called me about receiving an honorary degree, he referenced my work with the Royal Society of Canada. For those of you who don't know, the Royal Society of Canada is not some elitist group. Instead, it is an esteemed organization that has been around since 1882 that honors our country's best scholars. In my work as president of the Advisory Council of RSC, My mantra was that our scholars are the rock-solid foundation of our country. And my heartfelt aspiration was to see more scholars from Down East recognized. Thus, our financial and moral support of the establishment of the Atlantic chapter of RSC. There is something to be said for cheering for the home team, and I think we need to do more of that. And so the September 11, 28 news headline reads, "Dal celebrates the largest ever class of Royal Society of Canada honorees." And I know this says a lot about the quality of your university, your faculty, and the education you as students have received. In this context, thinking about leading researchers and scholars, I speak from the perspective of a cancer patient and a clinical trial participant. And so when I think about research, I think a lot about hope. I am reminded of a young patient in the oncology center and the message on his t-shirt. It reads, "Cancer patients need miracles, yes. Cancer patients need research." I want to tell you about an important research project that Arthur and Sarah and I believe in strongly. We were first introduced to immunotherapy in the summer of 2016 by a leading doctor in the field, and we are now supporting a chair in immuno-oncology and a team of 6 leading researchers in the field. We have recently endowed an annual Immunotherapy Symposium and are helping to craft a very unique platform where, for the first time, some 50 of the world's leading scholars will come together to talk about immunotherapy in treating cancer and saving lives. And so I want to talk about one such life that's close to home. It is a story of Stephen Saunders from Onslow Mountain, Nova Scotia, who, because of immunotherapy, now has a second chance at life. His non-Hodgkin lymphoma is in fact now in remission. Without the immunotherapy Mr. Saunders received at the Dana-Farber Hospital in Boston, his doctor told him he had just months to live. After 3.5 years of fighting a disease that 3 lines of chemo and a clinical trial were unable to cure. Mr. Saunders, in fact, became the first man in Nova Scotia to get public coverage for the significant costs of immunotherapy treatment away. And so I salute those in decision-making roles in health policy, because your kindness and generous spirit go a long way. Like medicine, your kindness is healing. I want to talk for a moment about kindness. We were at a dinner last night honoring a very close friend, Dr. Royden Jones, who passed away not long ago. He was a brilliant researcher, amazing teacher, and a leading neurologist, but what his fellow doctors wanted to most talk about in remembering him last night was his kindness. In remembering Dr. Jones last night, I, in fact, made reference to a quote by novelist Henry James, who talks about kindness. 3 things in human life are important, he says. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. My earliest recollection of kindness is my mother. She worked tirelessly to raise 7 children. I am proud to say I'm the youngest of 7. And in recent years, in my search for luck, 7 is a very good number. At lunchtime, every single day, a little boy who lived over the tracks would tap on our back step. And even though Mom was already feeding a full table of hungry children, she always had a lunch packed for him. Mom never looked for recognition. She was always kind, and she was kind when no one was watching. There is another short story about kindness I want to share with you from the New York Times. Perhaps you've read it. It is written from the perspective of a university admissions officer. The applicant, a young man from a public school in New Jersey, had the highest SAT scores, was head of student government, had a long list of other outstanding accomplishments, and received many accolades from teachers. It was not uncommon for admissions officers to receive supporting letters from leading businessmen, but this letter was different. It was from the custodian of the school. The custodian wrote that he was compelled to support this student's candidacy because of his thoughtfulness. The young man was the only person in the school who knew the names of every member of the janitorial staff. He turned off the lights in empty rooms, and he consistently thanked everyone who helped him in small ways and big ways, and he even tidied up after his peers. He was kind, even when no one was watching. This student, the custodian wrote, had respect for every single person in the school, regardless of position, popularity, or clout. You will want to know that out of 20,000 applications and 2,000 spots, this young man received the unanimous support of the admissions committee. It has been said that the greatest wisdom is kindness, and my message to you is to encourage you to find your passion in being kind, awakening each day and thinking of someone else beside yourself. I promise you this will bring you the greatest happiness. I'm really excited for you as you leave here today and go out into the world, but I'm a little bit worried about you too, and I'll tell you why. Statistics say that 50% of employees are not taking their paid vacation holidays because in a fiercely competitive work world, there is some fear of someone else taking your job or progressing up the ladder faster than you. I'm certainly not the example to follow in terms of life balance, as I had all the symptoms of being sick for almost a year, but I was too busy to seek medical help. And it was not until I suffered a major hemorrhage on my 60th birthday that my life came to a sudden halt with a serious cancer diagnosis. And so my message to you is, of course, to work really hard and earn respect, but not get too tired, because I know well that tired people get sick. And so my last thought, this is a happy one. Each year we support the Canadian Police Association Canine Trainers, and where RCMP and police and their working dogs from all over Canada gather. And this year it was proudly hosted in Halifax. And we are happy to support it because I love dogs. It is an intense, grueling few days of vigorous training to help police dogs be the smartest, fastest, and bravest when called on. I will leave you with the last sentence of the speech that was presented by RCMP Constable Bates at the closing dinner on Wednesday night. We are happy to attend and be there. I hope it has meaning for you in the same way it does for me. This message is from Constable Bates to his dog. "Buddy," he said, "I wish I had found more time to throw the ball for you." So thank you again for this very special honor. It means the world to me.
Thank you, Dr. Irving. Graduates, let me be the first to acknowledge that as you leave the auditorium today, you will officially become part of a Dalhousie alumni network of more than 135,000 people around the world. It's a tremendous resource, and I hope you'll take advantage of the connection to the broader Dal community. We invite you to get involved and stay involved. And in recognition of your new status, members of the Alumni Association will present you with a pin on the way out of the ceremony today, and we hope that you'll wear it with pride. So congratulations again, and welcome to the Dalhousie alumni family. Graduates and guests, the business of convocation is concluded. Everyone is invited to a reception to be held in the sculpture court following the ceremony. After the singing of O Canada, you're requested to remain standing if you're able as the academic procession leaves the auditorium. I now invite you to join James Whitley, a Dalhousie voice student, in singing our national anthem.
O Canada, our